Hello. Hello. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Julia. Hello, Anna, if you're there. I never say hello to you, Anna. And you're always there. I always see you at the end. Gillian, Wendy, Tanya, all the lovely. It's Louis with the sound. Every time he does that, it makes a sound on the laptop. Okay. How are you all? Yes, good. Let's go. Lie yourself down on your backs and hug in your knees. Ooh, my back's sore. It's so nice and hot. I love it. Ooh. Everything is sore from a jog yesterday. Okay, bring your feet in underneath your knees. We're going to do a balance flow. So everything we've done before. No surprises, just a little bit of balance. So just take your legs from side to side. So that includes side planks and standing balances and lying down balances. What does that mean? That means one-legged bridges. Yay! I can hear the excitement in the boom. Okay, just take your legs from side to side. Drop them to one side, just hold them there. Stretch it out. Shoulders down. Take your arms out as well, and then bring both legs in so that they're about 90 degrees with your hip. You can, if you can, keep the shoulder down. You can look into the opposite direction if you want to get a whole kind of twist in the spine. That's up to you. Are you okay, Louis?
I just like that when you lift your leg up.
Oh, yes. Look at what Louis made us discover. You can lift your leg up and bring it in a little bit more. Just be careful. Breaking the back. Just don't push the knee down. Oh, that is nice, Minion. And take it back to the middle. Roll it all the way to the other side. Just keep it normal. For now, just go for that stretch. You can push that knee down a little bit. Tuck in your chin. And then bring the legs 90-90 if you want. If you can do that. I'm kicking Minion's hands. And he punched me.
I'm trying to find the space.
You just hold on to my foot, it's fine. Ooh. Then bring that knee in, the Minion. We call it the Minion now. Bring that in for that extra twist. I don't like the Minion, it's painful. And back to the middle. Feet underneath your knees. Do a few spinal curls just to get that back mobilized. If there's anything that feels funny, just hold it there. So if you go up and your back feels a bit stiff, just hold it at that height with that tailbone lift, keep navel to spine. And that should now come natural to have that tummy tucked in, navel to spine feeling when you lift up, because that's the feeling you have when you go into the bridge. So just up and down, or just hold it in a place. It's up to you. And back to the middle. Okay. So first, the lying down balances. So we're going to do single leg bridges. Shrug your shoulders back and down. Bring your feet in nice and close to your bum, knees forward if you can. And like I said, I didn't say it in this class, if your knees goes out a little bit, it's fine. All you're doing is you're just working the external rotators a little bit. But try and just keep them forward consciously. Don't worry too much if they fall out. Okay, so feet underneath your knees. We're going to take the right leg, stick them out in a straight line in front of you. Point your toes, flex your feet, it's up to you. And all you're going to do is you're going to lift that leg up to about hip height if you can. And hopefully your tailbone will tuck way up and your back will go into the floor, and then drop it down again and lift it up. And then on this last one, on the third one, just hold that stretch before we continue on. Hold that stretch. On the third one, we're going to lift up on that single leg bridge. If you can't do single leg bridges, if you feel you're falling and you feel unstable, then with the third one, just put your foot down and go into a full bridge. And then last one, and as that leg goes up, lift up into your single leg bridge. Oops. Squeeze your bum. And now we're going to drop and fall it twice again. 1, pick it up. 2, pick it up. And on the last one, slowly put it down with the leg down on the floor. So with this one as well, we're going to do it again on both sides. Switch sides in the meantime. Bring the other leg nice and close to your bum. With this one, you don't have to lift up high. Just as long as you've got that tuck, you don't have to go for height. Okay, shoulders down. We're going to go twice. And when you come to 90 degrees, just hold that stretch. Take it down. Use your abs to lift it up. And another one. Hold that stretch. And on the last one, you're picking it up into a single leg bridge. Single leg bridge. Hold that. And you're going to dip it once. About knee height, lift it up. Stretch. Twice. Knee height, lift it up. Stretch. And on the last one, you put your bum down to the floor and take it all the way down. Do you like that? Let's do the first side again. Is it okay, Louis? We're doing it nice and slow to get the stretch in as well. So not too speedy. Okay, shrug your shoulders back and down. Lift it up once, hold for that stretch. Now we're going to add a little bit of a flossing. So flex the foot and point the toe. Flex the foot and point the toe. The second one, we're just holding a stretch. Take it down and pick it up. Hold that stretch. Extend the knee if you can. So squeeze that knee, squeeze the glutes. No, what's this? Not the glutes. Quads. And last one, lift up into that single leg bridge. Find your bridge. Stable, hips aligned. And we're going to dip it once. Take it back up. Hold that stretch. 2. Take it back up. Hold that stretch. And then take it down all the way with the leg to the floor. Switch sides. Shrug the shoulders back and down. And we're going once up with that leg. Hold it there. Flex the foot. And point it. I'm always out of breath when I do bridges. Flex the foot. I struggle with it with my big bum. Point the toe. Take it down. And lift it back up. And give it a stretch. Take it down and now lift it back up into a single leg bridge. Take down the leg, straight and lift it up, hold that stretch. Squeeze the glute of the standing bum. And drop it down, lift it back up, squeeze the glute of the standing bum. Put it all together on the floor. Take both legs out. Take a nice deep breath in, arch your back, just a little bit. And as the arms go down, tuck the tailbone into, up and the back into the floor. Okay, we're going to do that greater shoulder swirl, which is also a little bit of a balance. So when you're ready, lift up your legs above your hips. Give it a little bit of a stretch first. So you can hold on to the legs and pull them over, keeping your back straight. And you can kind of rock it a little bit as well if you want. And just don't overstretch, don't pull, don't jerk, just slight rocking. And keep your legs in the air. So you're going to swirl to one side. So your legs is looking like this. It's going over and holding you in place. So with the first swirl, you swirl it and hold. Once you're there, you can use your elbow a little bit, but use this waist to squeeze it up. And we're going to go down and squeeze it up. You can use your arm. Don't push too much. Just use it as a guide because as soon as you take it off, you collapse a little bit. Squeeze it up and down. One more time. Squeeze it up and down and swirl it back to the middle. Straighten out. Give your leg a stretch. back to the middle, and swirl it to the other side. Hold that, and crunch it up, and crunch it down. Crunch it up, crunch it down. One more time. Not too intense. All the way back and sway it back to the middle. And we're swirling again to the other side. So swirl, hold. See if you can hold your hands now like this. And we're going to crunch it up, which is not as far. So don't expect the same kind of height. Crunch it up. Just hold your balance on that side. Crunch it up and down, all the way back to the middle. And sway to the other side. Hold your hands in your on your shoulders. Crunch it up and down. Crunch it up and down. One more time. Down, all the way back to the middle. Now we're just going to go quick. One side, other side, other side 4 times. So when you're ready, swirl, hold, swirl, hold, swirl, hold, swirl, and last one, back to the middle, hugging your knees. Give yourself a big hug. Oh, that was our lying down balances. You can roll up to a seated, go onto your hands and knees, and push into a child's pose, but take your time. So on your hands and knees, push into a cat stretch, and then take your bum down, but hold the arms where it is so that you can get a nice little push down, and just move from side to side for you to just feel that. I'm just going to open the window while you're doing child's pose. And the door. Wow, what's that sorry?
I know, he locked himself out.
Child's pose. Onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. And just stretch. Stretch, stretch, back straight. Okay. We're going to go forwards into plank. And we're just going to turn into side plank towards the front first. Just get used to that side plank. Then we're going to take the leg. So, oh no, that's too difficult to explain. We're going to hold that. I'll do it later. I want you to place your the top leg on the floor so that you can lift up the bottom one, like that. And we're going to take the arms over, send the back leg out. You can either hold onto the floor, like that, behind you, and bring it in, touch elbow to knee, take it back. I'm putting it on the floor. Elbow to knee, take it back, elbow to knee, back to plank. I collapse. Downward facing dog, stretch it out. Don't like that one. Turn to side plank on the other side. Make sure that the top leg is planted, and you're going to lift up the bottom knee. Take the arm over your head, and you're going to elbow and push it back. Elbow, push it back. Elbow, push it back, collapse into plank. And if plank is your collapse, that means it was difficult. Back to downward facing dog. Stretch it out, walk it out. Just put your knees on the floor and shake out your wrists. So that was the bottom leg. The next one we're doing top leg. So we're going to go onto your hands and knees, push back into downward facing dog. And you're going to take the leg, that's your top leg, yes. So you're going to turn towards the laptop or screen. So the leg that's on that side is going to be your top leg. So lift up that leg, the side on where you're looking at the screen. Tuck it into your chest and just put that foot on the opposite thigh. Rock it forward a little bit and turn into a side plank with that knee, foot on your leg, hold your balance, turn it back to plank, downward facing dog. Now lift up the other foot, bring it in to your chest and just put it on the opposite leg. Turn, place that foot flat on the floor, turn towards that side. With this back, turn it back to plank. Knees to the floor. Child's pose. So that is the plank balance. You can just do side plank and skip that if your shoulder is soldiered in. So just skip that fun with the legs if you don't like it. We're going to do it together now. So first the inside leg with that crunch and then just the top leg up into the air. You can straighten that leg out. I can't do that. I can't even show you. If you go into side plank and you were like this, you can straighten it out if you want to. But I can't do that, so I can't show you. But if you can do it, I know some of you can, then you do it. Are you ready? Okay. Onto your hands and knees. Downward facing dog. So you're going to turn towards the screen first, go forwards into plank and then turn into side plank. Make sure the top leg is secure enough so that you can bring the bottom leg in. Take your arm over your head and then elbow to knee, kick it out. Elbow to knee, kick it out. Elbow to knee, back to plank. Turn. Downward facing dog. Other side, so forwards into plank, turn to side plank to the other side. Make sure your top leg is secure. Bring in the bottom knee. Take your hand over your head and we're going to elbow. It's much easier for me this side. Elbow, kick it out. Elbow, kick it out. Turn back to plank and back to downward dog. Now for the top leg. So we're going to lift up the leg that's towards the screen first. Lift that up. Tuck it into your chest, put it on the opposite leg, and then turn into your side plank with that foot on the floor if you can, and hold. For those of you who want to lift up that top leg, I can't, you can do that. And turn it back to plank, downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to the other side now. So lift up the leg, the other leg, tuck it into your chest, put it on the opposite foot, turn onto that foot, lift up into side plank, and you can lift up that leg if you want, and come back to plank. Knees to the floor. Child's pose. Ooh. I was tired for a balance. Minion is still not really talking. This is now 3 days.
2 days.
That is, well, 2.5. That he's been quiet. So we're all wondering what's going on. But we'll wait until he gets over it. Okay, take a breath or wait for me to catch my breath. Now we're going to standing balance. So from there, shake out your wrist, tuck your toes under downward facing dog. Walk it out nice and slow to standing. Knees slightly bent, fold over your knees. Just grab behind your knees with your arms and try and straighten out your legs a little bit. It won't go far. So just a little bit. Bend your knees in and roll it up all the way to the top. My head has got off. So let me just adjust that. Okay. Standing balances is warriors and single leg squats. So we'll be doing that. So when you're ready, find your balance on your mat. We're going to go into a chair. So, but we're going to hold our hands on our hips actually. We're not going to lift up our arms. So chair pose and just push forward a little bit so that you get that stretch without lifting up your heels. Chair pose. And if you can, and you can put your hands wherever you want for balance, lift up your right foot and try and hold that chair without swaying. I'm swaying way a lot and collapsing my ankles. Straighten out, stay on a single leg, lift up that knee, hold it there. And we're going to push back to a warrior 3, so that leg's going back, and you're going to pivot forward. You can take your arms wide for balance. Lift that leg up, tilt forward with your body. You can have the standing leg bent, or stretch, that's up to you. Pivot back, put that knee to the front, and bend into a single leg squat. Take your hands to the mat, kick your leg out to the back in a straight line. Just hold that balance and bring it back. Bend your knee, then put your foot down, knees together. So you're almost doing a child back. The foot's not down, the knees are next to each other. Push it back again in a straight line. Bring it in. Push it back. And bring it in, put both feet down next to each other, bend the knees, fold over your legs, and roll it up all the way to the top. Kick it out. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, other side. Find your balance, hands into your hips, and go into a chair pose. Rock your knees forward so that you can stretch your calves. And this is kind of a new thing. Usually they tell you to sit back like this, but I'm really trying to get that stretch into the calves. So rock it forward, keep your back and everything straight. You're going to lift up the other leg now and hold that squat position without collapsing. Come up all the way to the top. Keep that knee lifted and push it forward. Tucking in the standing bum and hold your balance. Now you're going to push it back to a warrior 3 so you can take your arms wide and pivot on your hip. Lift up that back leg. Whoa. I'm looking to see if mine's lifted. Standing leg can be bent, it doesn't have to be straight. Oops. Bring it back, oopsie, into a standing single leg stand. And go into that squat again and take your hands to the floor. Keep that leg lifted, I just collapsed. Straighten out that back leg behind you. And you can straighten out your front leg as well if you can. Tuck it in, knees together, but don't put the foot down. Push it back. Tuck it in. Push it back. Bring it in, feet together, knees bent, fold over your legs. And roll it up. All the way to the top. Shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. How was that?
Good.
Oh, balance, balance, balance. I don't know how much time we have left. Oh.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. To the front of your mat. Shrug your shoulders back. We're just going into a chair. So lift up your arms, shrug your shoulders back, tuck your tailbone in chair pose. Stretch out your glutes, so rock your knees forward a little bit. Keep them in line with your feet. Arms next to your ears, hold that. Put your hands together. Left elbow over right knee and twist. And back to chair pose. Rock it forward, stretch out your calves. Hands together, right elbow over left knee and twist. And back to chair pose. Rock it forward. Hands to the mat, straighten out your legs. Forward bend. Further down. You can have your legs slightly bent. Hands on the mat. And step back to downward dog. Hold that stretch. Push all the weight into your feet and hands and make a triangle. Knees to the floor. And just keep your toes tucked under. And if you can, I did this in last night's class, if you can, really try and get the balls of your feet. So my one foot can do that quite easily. The balls of my feet touching the floor. My ankle that is sore can't do that at all, which is the one that needs it. Once your feet is as down as you can, push back on them. So like, almost like a cat stretch. You're pushing your bum up and you should feel that stretch in your feet. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
And you should feel that. Just push it back. Just make sure your feet stay straight. Mine falls out a little bit. Just hold them straight, push back. Let that foot stretch. Balls of the feet down. You can really press into that if you don't feel it. And rock it forward. Tuck your toes under, child's pose. Walk your bum down. Sway from side to side. And we're just going to thread the needle through. We're not doing extra stuff. We're doing extra stuff tomorrow. Exciting, exciting. I hope you enjoyed the 3 balances, the floor, hands and knees, and standing balances. I thought it was magnificent.
It was good. I liked it.
And bring it back. Other side. I will maybe rename it to 3-way balances. What should I do? How shall I call it, Louis? What should I call it?
3 times the balance.
3 times the balance. Yay! And onto your hands and knees. Bring it up. Push into a cat stretch. Come down onto your heels with your bum. Shrug your shoulders back. Sit nice. Oh, my arms are numb. Sit nice and high. Take a nice deep breath in. Shoulders back and down. Straighten out your back. And hands into your chest. See you tomorrow morning. There's no class last night for tonight because I'm going to the beach. The evening class is in the way of my beach going when the weather is like this. So, there's a naked man in a car outside. Topless. It's that time of year. Okay. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all tomorrow morning for the extension of what we've just finished with. See you tomorrow.
What?